Alrighty. Testing. Oh. Why can I hear? Oh. Okay, sorry. Had to turn that off. Had audio monitoring on. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And this manhunt, let me get you guys up on my screen here so I can see you on the side. Sorry, I was late. I've been hearing about this manhunt for the last couple of days, and this guy Danelo, and I almost wasn't gonna jump on now about it, but I was reading an article and there's supposed to be a press conference coming up. Let's see here. Yeah, it's supposed to be a press conference coming up at 1 o'clock Eastern. Let me see here. And I have some information we can talk about as well. I wonder if we should just wait for the press conference and then talk. They've been kind of press conference. Let's just take a look here. Okay. It's supposed to be at 1, so we'll see. Okay. No, okay. They're not live yet. What's up? Thank you. Let me pull up this information here. I'll play a video first in the meantime. I think it was this one. There's this story that's interesting, and then there's this whole manhunt, Burning Man thing. I don't know what's going on with Burning Man. I saw cinema covering it. I saw some titles. I'm gonna kind of check it out because I think that might be a story that we can cover.
Developing this morning, the convicted killer who escaped from a Chester County prison has been on the loose for 5 days now. As the manhunt for Danelo Cavalcante intensifies, officials are warning residents in the area to be on high alert. CBS News Philadelphia's Wakisha Bailey is in.
They don't have him. The plane is circling as we speak. Same areas as yesterday.
Pocopson Township, where law enforcement, they've been focusing their search.
And of course, neighbors have good reason to be on high alert. Now, the big question that everyone is asking this morning is this fugitive still in the area? Meanwhile, officials tell us that they will continue with their search. So 34-year-old Danelo Cavalcante escaped from Chester County Prison Thursday. 2 days later, on Saturday, he was spotted on a home security.
Bro, how creepy is that, right?
Video after reports of a nearby burglary in Pocopson that's less than 2 miles from the prison. Cavalcante was convicted for the murder of his girlfriend in August. Now, prosecutors say it was to stop her from telling police about the charges against him in Brazil in connection with another murder in 2017. Now, court documents say he illegally immigrated to the U.S. using a fake ID obtained in Puerto Rico. Neighbors are concerned.
The fact that this guy is still out there after all this time, it's insane. But we want to make sure everything's clear, nothing's going on. He's not hiding in our structure.
And authorities released another wanted poster for the fugitive. The 34-year-old is 5 feet tall. He weighs 120 pounds and has long, dark, curly hair. Now, several attractions in the area were closed over the weekend, and today, Longwell Gardens reopens. Now, there's a $10,000 reward for anyone with any information that could lead to this fugitive being captured. Wakisha Bailey, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Shredder, email me. Shredder says I was there at Burning Man. I was there at Burning Man. I've been 20 years. Let me know if you want the interview. Let me know if you want to talk about it. I'll take a look at it after maybe today. I'm curious to know what happened at that Burning Man. We got a couple minutes. Here we go. So this guy, let's talk about it. I think we have a few minutes before the presser. All right, let's see. Convicted murderer Danelo escaped from Chester County Prison on Thursday, August 31st. A reward of $10,000 is being rewarded or offered, for information leading to the arrest of Cavalcante. If you see Danelo, police say call 911 immediately. He's considered extremely dangerous. So this guy is 5 feet tall. Oh, he's a short guy. 120 pounds, and he has brown eyes, long, dark, curly hair. He was wearing a prison-issued uniform when he escaped, consisting of a white t-shirt, white sneakers, and green pants. He's also wearing a backpack. And in this article, I was like, I think they had like raw. Is it this one? Was it this one? Which one had the raw? I was thinking about that body cam thing. I mean, not the body cam, the whatever video camera that was. So Danelo had about 30 days before being transferred to a state correctional institution. After being sentenced last week, he was sentenced to life without parole for fatally stabbing his ex-girlfriend, Deborah Brando, 38 times in the Phoenixville area in 2021 in front of her 2 young kids. Holy moly. Let's see. Okay. Chester County District Attorney Deb Ryan, that's the person that's supposed to be talking today, said Danelo had a horrific pattern of domestic violence. He's been described as extremely dangerous by Chester County prosecutors. Danelo also had a warrant in a murder case in his native country, Brazil, where he arrived from several years ago as a fugitive, according to court documents. So he ran away from Brazil for some murder case, I guess, comes here and then does murder again. Investigators say Danelo is fluent in Portuguese and Spanish and speaks English. How did he escape? Acting warden of Chester County Prison, Howard Holland, said Danelo physically escaped and there were no signs of cutting fences. No signs of cutting fences. Sources told CBS News Philadelphia that Joe Holden that the prison went into lockdown following the escape, but unfortunately it was too late in terms of major security breach. County officials said that county officials in DA's office of, I'm doing horrible, sorry about that, I don't know, had not addressed how he escaped, citing an ongoing investigation. Chester County prison officials responded to a request for comment if any corrective action was needed inside the prison as a result of the escape. It would be taken. An acting warden said a review of existing security measures suggests there's no possibility of additional escapes. Yeah, so how the hell did this guy get away? These are some other prisoners that got away. Let me just, I want to make sure we don't miss this press conference. I think it's supposed to be streamed here. Okay, it's live. What's up? What's up? Welcome, Aussie Ali. What's up? What's up? Two Red Helen, thank you for the 2-month membership. I saw your comments yesterday on community thing, but I wasn't sure what you meant. I was having a hard time understanding. Veronica, thank you for the 9 months. 828 Carolyn, thank you for the 6 months membership. Afternoon Mel, mods and chat, 6 months. Thank you so much. And Angel Nikki, thank you for the membership. Says, hey everyone, mods. Hey, everyone in mods, love supporting you. Thank you. 6 months. Just trying to see here where we got this thing going. Where's this press conference at? Okay, somebody has a feed up here. I wonder where he's getting this from. We might have to watch this one. I might use this feed right here. Let's see. Danelo Cavalcante. We'll go over the timeline too as well. Yeah. Let's do this one.
Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Deputy Commissioner of Operations with Pennsylvania State Police. With me is Major D'Ambrosio over to my right, the area commander for this area of the Pennsylvania State Police. Also, I'm joined by District Attorney Deb Ryan and also Rob Clark from the U.S. Marshal's Office. As you know, On the morning of Thursday, August 31st, inmate Danelo Cavalcante escaped from the Chester County Prison. The investigation into the escape is ongoing and is being conducted jointly by the Chester County District Attorney's Office and the Pennsylvania State Police. After the escape was detected at approximately 10 o'clock that morning, a county employee reported seeing an individual matching the description of Cavalcante south of the prison and near Route 52. Numerous law enforcement agencies searched that area but could not locate Cavalcante. The escape investigation and search was originally coordinated by the Chester County District Attorney's Office with assistance from the Pennsylvania State Police and numerous other local, state, and federal agencies. With much of the effort now focused in PSP primary coverage area, District Attorney Ryan has requested PSP to take a leading role in this investigation. They have agreed to do that and, of course, continue to work closely with the District Attorney's Office as we move forward. We continue to bring more technology and personnel to bear on this situation. Since the day of the escape, there have been several credible sightings within an area bordered by the intersection of Route 926 and 52, north on 52 to Parkersville Road, southeast to 926, and west to the intersection of 926 and 52 in Pocopson Township. In total, there have been 4 sightings within that boundary. The most recent credible sighting occurred yesterday afternoon, also within that bordered area. We have secured that area and continue to actively search it. While there are a number of challenges, we are confident that if he is in there, we will find him. We are asking for the public's help in a number of ways. First, familiarize themselves with the photograph and description of Cavalcante. There is every reason to believe he remains in this area. Second, within the secured area I have described, as well as near there, we are asking residents to check on their neighbors. If they're not at home, please let us know so we can check their property in their absence. We know that we have numerous homes within the search area in which we presume the occupants are away for the holiday weekend. We have been checking the exteriors of many of those homes, but as they return, if they find anything disturbed, please stop and call us so that we can check it out prior to them going through the residence. Third, please check your home security cameras and call us with anything suspicious you might observe. There's been a tip line established, and we can be reached at 717-562-2987. 717-562-2987. All tips, of course, will be fully investigated. We also remind everyone that a reward totaling up to $10,000 has been offered for information leading to the capture of Danelo Cavalcante. I wanted to say a couple of things to the community as well, if I could. First, you may be hearing a message that's being broadcast from a helicopter or from cars in the vicinity of that perimeter that I talked about. One of the things that we have done is we've had the individual's mother make a recording asking him to surrender peacefully. It's done in Spanish,
Wow.
or actually Portuguese, and it's being broadcast in an effort to facilitate his peaceful surrender. Secondly, we're also asking the community to avoid that the wooded area or anything outside of the immediate area around their homes in that perimeter that I described. As I said, we're actively searching that area. We're certainly not trying to lock anyone down, but we want to keep residents as safe as possible while we thoroughly search that area. So again, we ask them to refrain from that area. And I'd also like to thank the community for their support. You know, this has gone on for a couple of days now. I know it's stressful for the community, but I want to assure you that all of us up here and our respective offices are working diligently to bring this to a conclusion as quickly as possible. Please know we are devoting all available resources. We're constantly identifying additional needs. We're making sure we bring those in, and we will resolve this as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. With that said, we'll be happy to take questions if any of you have any.
For the most recent sighting, can you just describe a little bit about what he looks like? Has he changed his appearance at all, or what was the nature of that sighting?
The appearance was very similar to what we've described. perhaps.
I wanted to say a couple of things to the community
This
as
audio
well,
is
if I
better.
could.
Sorry, guys.
First,
This one.
you may be hearing a message that's being broadcast.
It's more delayed, but this audio is better, so just let it play.
Well, not only because of those two instances, but we know that that he is going to be looking for a means to sustain himself. He's going to need clothing. He's going to need food, and just to get in and out of the weather. It's pretty hot out there. I'm sure he's looking for some better shelter. So, for a lot of reasons, we would be concerned about where he might hide.
Did you dispatch any of your troopers to Waterline Drive for one of those apparent burglaries?
That's within the search area, and yes, we have investigated a number of things within that search area. I don't want to get any more specific than that.
Obviously, it's been 5 days, so he needs to sustain himself in some way, but then food, water, as you mentioned, finding some type of shelter. Talk to me about when you're looking for someone who is in a desperate situation right now, what are those things that you're taking into account in terms of his needs at this point?
Well, from experience, there are a lot of things that we'll consider, but certainly you have to keep in mind he's stressed right now. Imagine any one of you being placed in a situation where you may not have had a chance to pack. You don't have things with you other than what you're wearing, and you don't have cash, you don't have a credit card, you don't have any other means to support yourself. You're going to be desperate, and that's the situation he's in. But it's also why one of our practices in how we conduct these types of investigations and manhunts is that we'll continue to push him hard. I intend to stress him. I want to push him hard. He'll make mistakes. He'll show himself. He's already shown himself, we believe, a few times. We'll contain him, and we will eventually catch him. We will do it as quickly as possible. Obviously, it takes time. He is desperate. He does not want to be caught. He has very little to lose at this point.
With school starting up soon, will the search efforts impact any bus stops for children? How should parents kind of deal with that?
So I'm going to defer to the school districts to communicate that information out. I can tell you that we have been in touch with the State Department of Education, having discussions about this, and also the district attorney has been in touch with several of the local superintendents. We're going to have another discussion later this afternoon. Ultimately, the decision rests with the school districts. We can provide them sort of the latest picture of what's going on in their areas, and then we ask them to make that decision and communicate that out to the parents.
Have you authorized the use of deadly force to apprehend him?
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
If he is not actively surrendering, deadly force is authorized.
This is for Deb Ryan. Have you completed your investigation into the prison break at this point, or are you still reviewing things?
Mike, our goal right now is to find this man and capture him. So we are channeling all of our efforts to bring him into custody. That is secondary. That is certainly a concern. But at this point, all manpower has been executed to find and hunt down this fugitive.
But it's been 5 days. How can you not explain how he escaped?
Oh, shit.
As I indicated, our focus right now is to capture this fugitive. He's a dangerous person. We will be able to update our investigation with respect to what happened at the prison at a later date.
Right, but I mean, obviously the question is, like, could other people also escape? I mean, is there something, at issue with the prison where somebody else could pull this off?
They have been looking into what happened, and they are investigating what happened. I'm not at liberty at this point to share with the public what is going on with respect to that investigation. The prison is very aware of whatever vulnerabilities they had, and they have made efforts to correct those vulnerabilities.
To clarify, you know how he escaped, that you're just not saying, or you just don't know yet?
As I indicated, we are working on the investigation with respect to the escape, but our main focus right now is to capture this fugitive.
Because you confirmed Friday that there was another escape 2 months prior to this. So
yes, there was.
So you did confirm that.
That's correct.
I'm gonna take a look at that too.
I believe it was in May of this year.
Okay, so that's not 2 months.
Well, we interviewed a neighbor who said that he was in his shed, somebody who escaped a couple months ago.
I think we're talking about the same suspect. Yeah.
Can you
Does
confirm
this
about
guy seem like he had a plan at all, or was this it doesn't seem like he knew where to go.
At this time, we don't know, Mike, and we're conducting that investigation
Can
currently.
you elaborate on talking to the superintendents? Because we've talked to, all of us have talked to so many neighbors, right, who are apoplectic, I want to use the word, just so upset,
Yeah.
right? Can you talk to them about, they're saying they're not getting a lot of communication. They don't know what to do. They are having guns by their side, like literally so upset. Can you just talk to them about what is going on and how you can allay their fears?
Absolutely. And our main concern is with the residents in this community. Of course, we want to make sure that they are protected and kept safe. We have been in communication with the superintendents. We have been sending out reverse 911 calls to the residents in a 2-mile perimeter. So they're getting updates that the rest of the community outside of that area are not getting. So we're making every effort to be in touch with them. Regarding the schools and how we want to operate moving forward, we have a call this afternoon to talk that out with the superintendents. But like Colonel Bivens indicated, it's going to be a decision that the school districts have to make on their own, but we're going to provide them with all the information that they need to make an educated decision on that.
What would you like to say to the neighbors, though? They're scared.
I understand that, and I want to say that we are doing everything in our power to get this guy, and people are working round the clock. I understand their fears, but we are doing everything. We're bringing in all the experts in this area. We have the top men and women working round the clock to bring this man to justice, and we're not going to stop until he's captured, and we hope we're getting closer.
And if I could just jump back in here, thank you, Matt. With regard to the neighbors, the people in this area, I want to assure them that we have a strong presence there. They are not on their own out there. We have people close by. If they hear or see anything, call us. We will be happy to come check it out. They don't need to go outside and check out a suspicious noise, or if they hear something in their homes, we'll take care of it right away. We're close by. It's not going to take long at all to have somebody there. So we're happy to do that. And again, please know that we are doing everything. We ask for their indulgence of the heavy police presence, but that's one of the ways that we can, as best possible, assure their safety.
Is there anything that people should be avoiding, any behavior that they should avoid? As you mentioned, don't go out into the woods, but this is a holiday. Obviously, people have family get-togethers, family reunions, etc. Should they be staying inside and kind of canceling everything that they had already?
No, we're not asking people to do that. There's been no indication that that he poses that kind of a threat to anyone in those neighborhoods. He doesn't want to be caught. He doesn't want to go back. Now, could he be desperate and do something? Sure. But we don't have information to suggest that anyone is at risk for going out in their yard. What we're saying is to avoid interfering with the search, avoid those wooded areas. And again, that's a fairly small area, maybe a mile and a half across. The rest of the area, we're not even asking people to avoid the woods. It's within that perimeter area that we've set up that we're just asking for those, not even restrictions, some cooperation to make our jobs a little bit easier.
He's always in that 2-mile radius from the Chester County Prison, this whole area that's on lockdown.
Yes.
And then again, the use of deadly force, is this shoot to kill on sight, or if he doesn't actively cooperate?
Well, the term is not shoot to kill. It's deadly force is authorized, it's if he is not actively surrendering. We do consider him to be a very dangerous individual. He is convicted of homicide here. Was involved in, I'm told, another homicide in Brazil some years ago. It's somebody that we think poses a threat and needs to be taken out of the community, needs to be incarcerated. He has the option to surrender. That is what we hope he will do.
Will he be returned to the Chester County Prison if he's apprehended?
We'll discuss that at that point in time. But what I would tell you is that I can assure you that there will be secure measures put in place that he won't be escaping again. And so whether that's at another facility, that's something that we'll be discussing with the district attorney and also with the State Department of Corrections.
Are the troopers going home to home searching to see if he's in one of their homes, or we heard from some neighbors that they've allowed the troopers to go in and search?
They have been. And so again, we ask their cooperation. So you may see a trooper in that area or somewhere close by, knock at your door and ask some questions or ask if they can come in. And again, it's simply that they're trying to make sure that we have thoroughly searched that entire area and that residents' homes are secure.
Can we hear from the U.S. Marshals in terms of what your role is right now?
Sure. I think Lieutenant Colonel Bivens summarized everything perfectly. Our role is to support the Pennsylvania State Police. They are the lead investigator in this investigation, and they come with much experience of these woodland manhunts. We've had numerous manhunts. I think the most recent was in Warren County just a couple months ago. So we're bringing the best of the best assets out here.
I think we covered that, right?
Their CERT team, their Special Emergency Response Team is well trained. They're here. Our professionals from the Marshal Service are here as well. And our position is that Danelo Cavalcante's desperateness will not outlast the resolve of our investigators here. And that goes for the state police, that goes for the Marshal Service, our state and county local investigators. We're all on the same team. And like the Lieutenant Colonel said, we will get him, we'll push the threat, he'll make a mistake, and we'll bring him into custody.
So outside that 2-mile radius, you're an expert, you've done this many times. One with Garden is open. I'm not sure if Westchester University made a decision yet. Should people outside the 2-mile radius not be as concerned, or what do you say to people outside that 2-mile radius?
I don't think we're there yet. Like the Lieutenant Colonel said, our efforts are focused on that 1.5 to 2 mile radius and inside that inner perimeter. There's been 4 confirmed sightings. So we're not ready to sound the alarm outside of that radius yet. All of our efforts are focused inside, and until we exhaust that or we prove that he's escaped that 2 mile radius, then we can talk about maybe what the public should do outside. But our efforts are all concerned inside that radius.
I mean, a lot of residents are saying, like, how is he still not captured? You have the U.S. Marshals, like, you guys are the experts on this. There's troopers out there. A 2 mile radius is so small. Like, can you just talk a little bit about, like, where could he be? Like, is he in a tree? Like, you know.
When you talk about a 2 mile radius, you got to remember this is a 5-foot tall gentleman, 120 pounds, and this is a heavily wooded area. It's very, very thick back there. There's a lot of hiding spots. There's a lot of ravines back there. And we are an expert in fugitive investigations, but the Pennsylvania State Police are experts in incident command. And I think that's why Lieutenant Colonel Bivens is here. There's nobody better in the agency than him. And I guarantee you that if he is here, that his troopers, along with our investigators, are going to be able to find and locate him.
Is there enough out there that he can actually sustain himself for an extended period of time between water, fruits, anything of that sort?
Is there enough resources out there? I don't know. I don't know what he's obtained. I'm no expert on what's edible out there, what drinking water he's using. From the video the other night, we know he had a backpack on. One of the questions is, where did he get that backpack? So when we say homeowners who are coming back from the shore, check your belongings, see if anything's been disturbed. Are you missing a backpack? That could fill in some voids for us. So as far as sustainability on the land, I'm just not sure. But a man is desperate at this, anything's possible.
Are there any plans to release the recording of this month?
To release the recording?
The broadcast recording?
To the media?
Yeah.
Not now, there's not. We're utilizing it for our investigations. So that was broadcast, like the Lieutenant Colonel said, through the helicopter yesterday and through patrol cars, in hopes that perhaps as desperate as he is, maybe he has a change of thought. And here's his mother telling him to surrender, and his family cares about him. He's desperate. He's hungry. He's been in the woods. He's dirty. Perhaps this is what puts him over the edge where we can get a peaceful surrender.
Is his mom in Brazil?
She is.
That's my follow-up question. I know it is in Portuguese, but can you tell us what his mother is actually saying to him?
I don't want to say verbatim. She's just encouraging that his family loves him and that she wants him to surrender. And that's what our hope is as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay. This was him creeping. Kate Crafter. That was him creeping. Let me see here. Crafter, okay. College bound. Just trying to see if there's a red area. I haven't had enough time to look at these maps. So this guy, Let's see here. I have the timeline here.
That she wants him to surrender, and that's what our hope is as well.
Where's that timeline thing at? Let me show you this other article first, because I thought the way they worded this was kind of almost funny and crazy. This guy's wanted for murder in Brazil, okay? And from what I'm seeing, the murder in Brazil, I believe that was in 2017. And this person, the district attorney, I guess, or she had said that the motive remained unclear for him because he stabbed his girlfriend, I guess, 38 times. And they presented evidence that Brandeo had discovered Cavalcante. So I guess the girlfriend or whatever discovered that this guy on the run right now, he was wanted in Brazil for a murder in his native country of Brazil. The day before, she had threatened to bring that information to the police after Cavalcante hacked into her Instagram account to spy on her. So I guess this woman said, hey, I'm going to tell the police about all this shit in Brazil. And the dude snapped. Let me check this out here. So a 5-foot-tall, extremely dangerous murderer who was spotted over the weekend on a residential security camera fewer than 2 miles from the Pennsylvania prison. He fled. Pint-sized perp Danelo, 34 years old, who is serving a life sentence for fatally stabbing his ex-girlfriend, was wearing dark pants, a white t-shirt, white sneakers, when the surveillance camera in Pocopsound Township outside Philadelphia captured his likeness at around 1:34 a.m. Saturday, 3 days after his escape. Police say the small fry stabber, who wrote this shit, was also carrying a backpack, although it's unclear where he got it from. Someone tried to pull off an attempted burglary in the township around 11:30 p.m. Friday, but cops said they don't know if it was Cavalcante, and he was captured on camera on Saturday about 1.5 miles away from Chester County Prison in Philadelphia. Cavalcante escaped from the prison just 1 week after his sentencing. And what I think was interesting, too, like, they won't say how this guy escaped. And it almost seems like they knew how he escaped, but for whatever reason, they're not telling us. And they're just saying they're taking measures. And there's been other people that have escaped this place, previous escapes, which we're going to see if we can talk about that in a second. The Chester County DA. I had one article open. This place, I don't know, people are leaving and running out of this place left and right. So maybe now they're embarrassed about this shit. How many times got people gonna escape from this place? Danelo is considered an extremely dangerous man. Read in a statement on Facebook by the DA, we're asking for the public's help in locating him. Law enforcement is doing everything now to locate him. That's his face right there on the run in the woods. So they're asking people to stay inside. The residents of Pocopsound Township, lock your doors, lock your cars. He's still considered an extremely dangerous individual. There's evidence to suggest that he's still in the local residence. We do not believe he has gotten more than 2 miles away from the prison. So that's what they were just saying now, that they're focusing strictly within a 2-mile radius of this area here. Let's see. Which is heavily wooded. Let's see here. This thing's so annoying. Wish it would stop. Chester County Prison. Popscown Park. Oh, there's a youth center. They got a youth center right next to that prison. Chester County Pocopson Home. Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot of wooded area, woods and forest. The Brazilian man who speaks Spanish and Portuguese was just starting to serve life without parole for the April 2021 killing of his 33-year-old ex, Deborah Brandeo, when he escaped. So a life sentence. killed her in front of the kids. 5 feet tall. He was going to be transferred to a state prison before he escaped, according to ABC. Authorities described him as 5 feet tall. Blah, blah, blah. Here's a picture of the prison right there. Federal authorities are picking through a wooded neighborhood of about 271 homes to try to root him out. Yeah, bro. There's some video too here I saw on Twitter, which is from this guy, Nick. It looks kind of interesting. Let's see here. Earlier. Nick. Day 5 of the manhunt. I wonder how long that last manhunt took. Check this little picture out here. This is footage shared by Water Glen neighbor of law enforcement's initial push yesterday. This is between 1676 and 1678, or 1676 and 1686 in Water Glen. Let's see.
Look out the kitchen window.
Let me just give you an idea too on the map of I think where this is. I just started looking at the story today. I literally jumped on it. I like to usually take a little bit more time, but I figure since there's a press conference, I'll just jump on it now. But that's Water Glen Drive. I guess it's in this area. It's like a little, looks like a little residential area, I guess. A couple of homes, a lot of woods, a lot of forest. It's about 1.6 miles away from the prison.
What is going on?
Bruh, imagine you in your house with your family, your kids maybe, and you just see cops with guns. Where's the canines at?
Why do you think you're on the move?
And I wonder, are they going to use those like infrared devices, helicopters, all that stuff? Maybe they can spot them in the woods at night or something.
No.
A security camera. He is short though, right? Is that him walking or bending down, creeping? Yeah, I can't tell like if he's standing tall or he's like on his knees, or like not on his knees, but like bending down. So I guess Nick has been out there in person.
Legit. I don't doubt the source.
This is 2 hours long, so I'm just gonna skip through it. We're not gonna do 2 hours, you know.
That's what makes us think that it was a spur of the moment escape. He didn't take the map with him. He didn't really take anything with him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call it a relative. They're related through family, so it's like a step above an in-law, like further, you know. So it's not blood and it's not an in-law directly, but it's somebody that could be considered like a brother to him, and that person is under surveillance, so there hasn't been any movement with that person. Yeah, I saw a towel too. I don't know if he brought that with him or if he got, I don't know.
Okay.
But for somebody that made a map of the area and he only made it a block, or not a block, I mean a mile from the prison, it's kind of ridiculous. No, they won't tell anybody how he escaped. What they said at the press conference was, a lot of reporters that follow me know that my information is typically on point, so they were asking they were hinting at a roof escape, and the DA said we can't comment about how he escaped. A second reporter said, and I think they just said this to trick her into answering. The second reporter said, "Is it true that he had a ladder?" And she said, "No, he didn't use a ladder." But she wouldn't confirm or deny the roof access, but she denied the ladder. So it makes you obviously lean more toward the roof being a fact rather than just a theory. Yeah, so he went to the gas station and then apparently came back to this area. And the gas station is at the end of this road. The gas station is a 48-minute walk, I believe, if you go on Apple Maps, from the prison to the gas station. And this is like a 17 or 20-minute walk. Interesting. I hear the drone again. So the drone is right there. You can see it. The green light.
What's crazy to me is that too. When did this? I'm trying to see. Okay, so he was convicted for first-degree murder on August 16th for fatally stabbing his former girlfriend Deborah 38 times in front of the two children in some place called Schuylkill, what her name, Township in 2021. Officials said at the time there was an active warrant for his arrest for an alleged murder that occurred in his native country of Brazil in 2017. It took the jury just 15 minutes to convict him. Okay. And he killed his girlfriend to stop her from telling police about the Brazil charges that he was wanted. Okay. He was captured in Virginia after Brandeau's killing, and authorities believe he was trying to return to his home country. So I guess maybe he's going to try to do that again. These crazy relationships, right? So it's domestic violence, crazy ass relationships. I wonder how long they had been dating before she found out that this guy was a killer in his own country. Sandra, thank you so much for the super chat and your membership as well. Gracias, gracias. And that's, I mean, I don't know why they don't want to talk about how he escaped.
That's flashing. Now it's in between trees.
I wonder where they're searching today. I mean, I know they said they're focusing in the 2 mile vicinity. Authorities say there have been 4 credible sightings since the escape within the search area near the intersection of Route 926, Route 52, and then north on Route 52 to Parksville Road, southeast of Route 926, and west to the intersection of Route 926 and Route 52 in Pocopson Township. That's some weird ass names they got out there. A little, or just some of them, not all of them. We got Water Glen. We got Chester County Prison. Let's see. The town.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly why he went to the gas station. The clerk had broken English.
And it's a beautiful looking place, though, I guess. Notre Dame says they probably don't want to give any other inmates any ideas on their weaknesses, so they don't have additional escapes. Yeah, probably so. Native American tribe names, is it? Pocopson Lenape. Or Lenape. Pocopson Lenape. Good luck with that. Let me see what else they're saying here. So he escaped 8:50 a.m. last Thursday. Okay. Ah, yes. And there was that other. So a homicide suspect. They're talking about the previous escape. A homicide suspect was on the run for over a week after fleeing the Warren County Jail on July 6th by climbing on exercise equipment, going through a window, and scaling down a rope fashioned from a jail bedding. He was caught looking dirty, wet, and worn out, and living in the wilderness to evade arrest. I remember we covered that one. So that was in Pennsylvania as well. Not the same prison, but... And then on May 7th, 2 inmates escaped from the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Center by cutting a hole in a fence surrounding a recreation yard.
So I heard something weird coming from this side.
Somebody
the
out
cop is now using his flashlight to look. There's something. That's why I've been quiet.
And this guy, he probably can't sleep, right? Who could be on the run like that and get any good sleep? There was an article that I gotta find it again. I don't know where it was at. There was an article that I think he came into this country by going through. He came illegally, but I was reading, and he went through Puerto Rico, I believe. If I find the article, I'll confirm that information. And so the other escape was, okay, May 7th, 2 inmates escaped from Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Center by cutting a hole in a fence surrounding a recreation yard, and they were gone for nearly 19 hours before officials knew they were missing. Damn. 19 hours gone before they even found out about them. Both were captured the next week. And you would think, I don't know, with all the modern technology and construction and like all kinds of shit, that you would think these escapes were kind of would maybe be a thing of the past. But I mean, I guess there's always going to be some type of flaw or something in these prisons. And these guys have nothing but time on their hands. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, and by the way, so this prison, the prison is an 1,110 bed facility that has stood on Wawasset Road for decades. Is also where, okay, he's awaiting transfer. I thought they had more information about it. Let me just keep playing this
stuff. Sound coming from the right, like almost like somebody walking like through water, but I don't think there's any water near us.
Oh, so I'm reading this interesting article. I think this is like I don't know, maybe a local newspaper. And they're talking about the residents there. And they say that, and this was, when was this posted? This was September 4th, today. Perfect. So they say here, today our neighborhood chat tells us the police believe he was in the Water Glen development near the upper pond. The Pocup Sun residents said last night there was a heavy helicopter presence with a voice shouting in Portuguese to give up and surrender. To the surprise of no one, he did not. Right? The resident said the focus now turns to schools. We cannot believe the school would allow kids to gather at bus stops and send school buses through these neighborhoods. We all anticipate it will be a prison break day with a home instruction, with an at-home instruction. In talking informally with people in the know, the resident suggested that Cavalcante had been able to break into an empty house and was getting food and seclusion from there. Maybe someone was away for Labor Day. The alert now is to be cautious entering your house if you have been away. The neighbors are kind of a bit upset now. They're saying it's getting to be a bit much, said the resident, who did not give their name but complained about having to watch their family's every move. You would have thought by now they would have had him by now. It's terrible that this happened. And it said an eerie coincidence. The Pocopson area is not far from the area where the last high-profile prison escape was captured after a weeks-long manhunt. In August 1999, infamous murderer Norman Johnson of the Story Johnson Brothers gang was taken into custody after he was spotted in the backyard of a home in Pennsbury. He had escaped the maximum security state prison in central Pennsylvania. Johnson, however, made the distance of more than 150 miles to bring him back to his home county. While Cavalcante, the Brazilian who was in the country illegally, may have only gotten 2 miles from his prison cell. Cavalcante. So his mother's in Brazil. I wonder, well, I guess maybe he has no family here then, I guess. He came here illegally, but sometimes they have family here, you know. Let's see. So this guy is definitely going to be super desperate. He has a life sentence, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
Let's see here. Oh, let's check this out here.
Monday afternoon, neighbors gathered outside of their homes to watch as traffic navigated around road closures and helicopters flew overhead. David Roper lives less than 2 miles from the prison in East Marlborough. He and his wife canceled their daughter's 21st birthday party because of the potential danger.
We just didn't want to have the whole family here and run the risk of anything happening.
From cancellations to closures, Longwood Gardens was closed all weekend and will remain so until further notice.
The one day we had tickets was Saturday. We got an email that said it's closed and an escape killer. I'm like, that's obscure. And we bought tickets for the next day in case they caught them, and then got an email that day saying it's closed as well.
Cavalcante was recently sentenced to life in prison for killing his former girlfriend. He is also wanted for murder in Brazil. Many residents say they're worried about how much longer the search will take.
We thought it'd be over with by now.
Now, we still haven't heard from officials on exactly how he was able to escape the prison in the first place. There is a reward out for $10,000 for any information that could link to his capture. Live in Chester County, Marcela Bayeto, CBS News, Philadelphia. Aziza.
Thank you, Marcella. And when we are not on television, you can always find the latest on the search for escaped inmate.
So this guy Nick's on Facebook as well. See if I can follow him. He's posting like up-to-date information and some really nice. Let me show you guys. Oh, that's me there. Page. Okay. So, law enforcement source confirms that there have been no new developments as far as a capture in the ongoing manhunt. According to two sources, one neighbor and one law enforcement police have maintained a presence on back decks facing the lower pond throughout the night. Ooh, wow. A helicopter detected. That's what I was wondering too, if they were going to start using these helicopters. A helicopter detected Danelo moving towards Parksville late yesterday afternoon before Waterglen Drive was put on lockdown. I'm just wondering, if they have those. I think I've seen them do that before. They'll put those infrared things on there and be able to see. A resident counts a terrifying indirect interaction with Danilo Cavalcante. The homeowner flicked the lights on and off multiple times only to have someone downstairs respond in kind. What? After retreating to his bedroom, the homeowner called 911. Strikingly, the description given matched security footage from another residence, which the homeowner hadn't yet seen. This was the burglary from Friday. I have to triple check the date, but I believe break-ins were on Friday. Flocka, thank you for the membership. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, thank you. And this is a cool, I guess, video. There's no sound. Or this is drone, I guess. Drone footage. Cops searching. I don't know. Hopefully they catch this guy. It's been I mean, today's day 5. Guys murdered 2 people, I guess. One in Brazil and then one over here. Murders in his country and then comes over here and murders again. So, you know, you can't put it past him to murder again, right? So I'd be pretty concerned if I lived in that area. Mary says the Boston Barn was caught. Oh yeah, using infrared. Okay, cool. Stacy, what's up? You haven't missed much. This story was a pretty big story, but I kind of been unplugged for the weekend. Maddie got sick. She's a lot better now, but she was kind of coughing and sneezing, and so I was just kind of chilling behind the background with her. But she's doing a lot better. But I've been hearing about this story. I keep hearing about this one, this escaped person, and then I also keep hearing about this Burning Man, which I've always heard of this festival thing, right? Burning Man. You guys ever heard of this? Burning Man 2023. And I don't know, Shredder, if I do cover this, I don't know. Shredder had to walk. So there was apparently like some sort of floods or something going on. Burning Man 2023. This has been like a, and I know the people in the old heads in the chat will probably know, this has been going on forever. I've kind of been curious to go to this.
They're now like for those stranded in the Nevada desert. Zach.
Yeah, well, I tell you all.
I mean, to me, all I've ever heard is like drugs. This place is like drugs or people tripping. I'm sure maybe that's not what it's all about, but those are the stories that I've heard.
All that rain and mud really just making area roads around that festival just virtually impassable. That's why festival organizers are telling those attending to shelter in place. And with more rain in the forecast, it's really just uncertain how long this could go on.
It is
Damn.
So here at Burning Man. Look at this water.
Hours after the rain came down in the Nevada desert this week, a flood of social media posts from festival goers at this year's...
This makes me think of the Fire Festival. Yeah, BB said you have to be on drugs. Really? That's what I heard about that place. Where are the people that have gone to this festival? What could you tell me about this? I saw Sally said earlier in the chat too. She said, to be fair, it's always a mess. Music, drugs, and dust. The new Woodstock. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Burning Man Festival, including from this Bay Area resident, searching for a silver lining.
But over here is a double rainbow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
The pop-up community of Black Rock City, hosts to more than 70,000 people each year during the 9-day event, transformed into a muddy mess, prompting festival organizers.
I thought they used to have like a big wooden or some big fire thing, the actual Burning Man too, no? Did they take that away? Is it like now, you know, it's more the new generation, they just have an LED thing? Cheeky Cheek says Diplo and Chris Rock had to dip via a pickup truck from a fan to get out. No way. Oh, so if those people are there, they probably had a good show. There's a new Fire Festival, right? No, it's drugs. You go, you do drugs. Mudfest.
Organizers to shut things down.
Burning Man. Water Man. So much water. We are flooded.
We're going to be stuck here at least a couple days.
Organizers
Oh,
halting
so they got stuck too.
all
But I think somebody died too. That's the thing.
traffic in and out of the festival except for emergency vehicles and posting to social media, quote, if you are in Black Rock City, conserve food, water, and fuel and shelter in a warm, safe space. More updates to come. But with poor cell phone signal in the area, it's a message Lisa Mueller says her son Dylan and many others at the festival didn't immediately receive. Lisa only able to talk to him sparingly using Starlink, a satellite internet provider.
Nobody's going around warning people, so unless they're tuned into that radio station that's giving them updates, they really don't realize the severity of the situation.
Lisa says many with tents have now turned to sleeping in their cars, waiting for conditions to improve so they can go home.
I don't know how long that mud takes to dry out, but there is nobody going around. There's nobody bringing them supplies. There's nobody bringing people water. They literally are telling people to go pee on the ground and save the porta potty for bowel movements.
And we did just receive a new statement from festival organizers saying, quote, we are engaged full time on all aspects of safety and looking ahead to our exodus as our next priority. We will all get out.
Wow. So they're saying here, new details have been released about the death of a man at the Burning Man Festival after 70,000 attendees were trapped on site in the midst of an unexpected storm. Burning Man descended into chaos over the weekend as severe flooding left thousands stuck on site. The entrance was closed and revelers were urged to conserve water, food, and fuel. Officials revealed on Saturday that one person had died at the Nevada Desert Festival. On Sunday, Burning Man Communications said in a statement that the death was unrelated to the weather. Okay. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the death. The drama has led to spread rampant and debunked conspiracy theories online, including false claims of Ebola breakout. Oh my God, these people. Meanwhile, Burning Man said that the site is expected to open on Monday morning, though obviously weather dependent. The festival is also plowing on with plans to burn its iconic effigy later today. Oh, so they're going to do it. They're still doing it. It was postponed due to severe rain and flooding. The man burn will not happen tonight, Sunday. It is now scheduled for Monday, 9 for today at 9 p.m. The festival said in its update Sunday evening. Wow. Ebola breakouts, what people were saying, man. Oh, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. A screenshot of a text exchange triggered a snowball of misinformation regarding a supposed Ebola outbreak at Burning Man. Tweets have seen users share doctored headlines from Forbes and fake tweets from Burning Man and the U.S. Centers for the CDC. There is no indication of an Ebola outbreak at Burning Man. An anonymous Los Angeles physician told Insider that an Ebola outbreak is unlikely and that the bad weather means attendees are more likely to be at risk of hypothermia. What a mess. Cheek said, I just sent you text with Diplo's post. All right, let's take a look. Wow. It's that hippie lifestyle, man. Just come together, man. It's Mother Nature, bro. And this is what Mother Nature wants, and we gotta embrace it. They should be rolling in the mud. Let's see. Burning Man. How many days is that event? Chris Rock and Diplo escape Burning Man Festival in fits of giggles after 70,000 stranded in the desert told to ration food. They're despicable. How did they know they were giggling when they left? Diplo just walked 5 miles in mud out of the Burning Man with Chris Rock, and a fan picked us up. Okay, maybe that's how they know. Everything's social media. Diplo. Despicable behavior. How dare they? They added that no one was able to leave or enter the site. I mean, that's pretty bad. I wonder if anybody's gonna. It could be with the gate and airport in and out of Black Rock City remaining closed. Oh, why? Folk planning on traveling to the festival will be turned around as it is now closed for the remainder of the event. Okay, adding on their X, formerly Twitter account, organizers instructed those in the desert to help each other stay safe amid those adverse weather conditions. The campsite has been turned from a sandy desert into a mud bath from a half an inch of rain. People have been told not to drive out, not to try and drive out. Yeah. Looks like chaos. I'm sure we can find some more videos online. Damn. All right. Let's see if we got any Burning Man clips. Ooh. Kelly said Burning Man is held on a salt flat. Once it gets mixed with water and on your skin for a time, you will get chemical burns. Ooh.
Following intense rain, thousands remain stuck in Black Rock City. That's the site of Burning Man. And tonight, authorities are actually confirming a death investigation is underway. In rain-soaked northern Nevada, more than 70,000 burners at the annual Burning Man gathering became stuck as a dry lake bed called the Playa transformed to an unforgiving muddy trap.
What happened was the ground underneath our feet, the dust turned into a very chunky form of clay.
Had to dig trenches to keep water out from tents.
All of this was flooded. A lot of people's tents flooded. So people lost shelter. People are like shacking up with other people. A lot of cars are stuck in the mud. A lot of people don't have shoes. And we're walking through live wires because we can't see where the wires and things are. A lot of people got electrocuted.
Burning Man officials confirmed one 40-year-old man died, but said his death was not related to the weather.
The Burning Man organization at a certain point put out a communication through Twitter asking that nobody move and that people shelter and stay in place.
The celebrations one day earlier halted for a time as only emergency vehicles were allowed. Some RV drivers lost in their attempt to flee. Orbic Air told us they could have used helicopters to evacuate people, but those were banned.
The phones were ringing off the hook of people trying to get helicopter charters out of the area. So we contacted the airport at Black Rock City and basically got a very stern shutdown right from the get-go. They didn't really give us a reason.
Meanwhile, porta potties overflowed. An estimated hundreds, if not more, opted to escape the only way they could by hiking out up to 6 miles to the nearest road.
How long did it take you to hike out?
3 hours.
DJ Dimelo and comedian Chris Rock among those who hiked, then hitchhiked and caught a ride with fans to the Reno airport hours away.
We're very, very kind and helpful in assisting each other.
We're all trying to work together to the best of our ability to make this work.
It's certainly been a journey, and it's not going to dissuade us from coming back next year.
Oh. So as far I saw what you said, Paget, about this whole thing of these people having their feet in the mud. Onlookers have dubbed the event Trenchfoot 2023, and many TikTok videos posted from the swampy festival, people on the ground in Black Rock City can be seen wandering about the site barefoot, and onlookers have began raising concerns for their feet. In one video posted Saturday, TikTok user shows barefoot festival goers lined up for breakfast, their feet sinking into ankle-deep mud.
That's not the wow. So it might be twice the amount by drive. Because it's snow. Yeah. In August. Yeah.
Of the hundreds of comments, several raised concerns about trench foot. Get ready for trench foot soldiers, one person commented. Another video, a woman said that her dad was stuck in the apocalyptic trenches after reportedly spending $7,000 on the festival. The video shows the man's feet, which are caked in mud. Oh, wait, I gotta play that. Yeah. In a follow-up comment, the original poster said she encouraged her dad to wear shoes after learning about playa foot, a chemical burn that occurs in the Black Rock Desert, according to Burning Man's website. Burning Man's website encourages attendees to keep their feet covered as much as possible to avoid contracting playa foot. What is trench foot? According to the CDC, trench foot occurs when the feet are wet for long periods of time. Symptoms of trench foot can include tingling, itching, pain, swelling, cold, blotchy skin, numbness, and a prickly or heavy feeling on the foot. Feet may appear red, dry, and painful per CDC. Then the blisters may form, followed by skin and tissue dying and falling off. To avoid development, trench foot, the CDC recommends air drying and elevating your feet and replacing wet socks and shoes with dry ones. Okay. I wonder how long it takes. So it takes a little while. Maybe those people are going to feel it. I don't know how long after they'll start feeling it. A lot of them don't have shoes on. So, thank you so much. Elizabeth Jones says, I saw your post for support. Scotland supports you. Thank you for your channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's my community tab. The PayPal. If you're interested in knowing about the lawsuit, there is a link. And in that link, there is, you can also read, if you're just curious to read the complaint, the lawsuit complaint, you can click that. And there's documentation there. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the people that have been able to support, appreciate that very, very much. Put that in the chat. All right, man. So I hope you guys have a good Labor Day. I'm going to be going to family for a little bit. I'm going to get out of here for a little bit, go visit family just to get some lunch. I think there's some chicken and ribs. Let's see what this week brings. I really want to dial back in. I haven't really dialed into YouTube as much as I've been wanting to the last week or two. I mean, we kind of weren't. Oh, and I was streaming in the wrong bit rate. I streamed in 4K, which I didn't mean to. So there's not enough bit rate for the stream. But yeah, we'll see what comes up. I'm trying to think of what's as far as stories. What kind of stories are upcoming? I know in October, which is right around the corner. October, there's a trial. At the end of September, I'm going to CrimeCon. We've been kind of covering a little bit this Mormon mother, Ruby Franke, which I think until there's more updates, I might just do short videos on that. Ruby Franke's neighbor says, okay. Damn. Yeah, there's stuff I can do for a short video again. Maybe I'll do another short video on Ruby Franke. That story, unless there's a big thing, maybe I'll just follow up with short videos. And with the live streams, we'll continue to cover news stories. Ruby Franke. Yeah, because I can do another update. Oh, and I have a school project too for Maddie that I was printing out some pictures. I gotta finish it today though. I mean, we're gonna do it together, but she has to turn it in tomorrow. No way! Wait, Smash Mouth, the singer of Smash Mouth died today. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking of the other band. Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth's Steve Harwell on deathbed, only days to live. Okay, now he's died. Lead singer, Smash Mouth.
All right. Somebody.
Oh, that guy's dead? No way. I said, yep. What a concept. What's that about? Never don't know. Never don't go. Hey now, you're an all-star. Damn, crazy. I wonder how old he was. Let's see. Go play somebody. Let's go. Coming to the star. 56. That's pretty young still. That's still considered young. Shouldn't be dying at 56. Do you know the cause of death? I guess I can show you guys what I'm looking at too. Let me do that.
And in a sentence.
Do that. Let me do that. I mean, we've had last week was a pretty interesting week for us, I guess, because all the weird standoffs, the chases. We still have some pretty interesting stuff going on, but I feel like I could still plug in more. Steve Harwell, former Smash Mouth lead singer, dies 56. Walking on the Sun, all-star. So his death at his home in Boise, Idaho was confirmed by the band's manager, who said the cause, liver failure. Oh. What are the causes of liver failure? It can be caused by hepatitis. It can also be caused by medicine such as acetaminophen, autoimmune diseases, and Wilson disease can also cause acute liver failure. Alcohol too, right? I wonder what his situation was. Damn, that's some shit. For the last decade, Mr. Harwell's career had been marked with health problems and occasionally erratic behavior. In 2013, he was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, a heart condition, and Wernicke's encephalopathy. Oh my God. Let me just get that here. Encephalopathy. I think it says it. Encephalopathy. Let's see how you say that. Encephalopathy, I think. Let's see.
Encephalopathy.
Encephalopathy. Oh, okay. A neurological condition that can affect speech and memory. In August 2020, while many parts of the country were still under major restrictions related to COVID, Smash Mouth appeared at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, a huge annual event in South Dakota, and performed before thousands of fans, very few of whom, according to the reports and videos of the event, were wearing masks and any precautions. Oh, are they saying it's COVID? Made it worse. Mr. Harwell drew cheers from the crowd, but wide condemnation. So maybe some of these people are going to be cheering his death now. Elsewhere, when he said from the stage, "We're all together tonight, and we're all human once again, and made a crude dismissal of the viral threat. Because I know some of these people that, oh, you guys are telling me alcohol and pills. Oh, okay. Let me look at the chat. My bad. Tripsy and Boo says he was an alcoholic, allegedly. Alcoholism. Oh, that's scary, man. Oh, there was a crazy video of him being hammered doing a concert. Let's see. Oh, man. This is from 2015. Let's take a look.
Now I'm a believer. God's faith. Now I'm that.
Oh shit! Wait! Is that him in the background? Oh, that's it right there. I think we have the speaker. Is it kind of? Let me see something. Oh Jesus! I don't know. They say here too that he had to be pulled off stage, or eventually he's pulled off stage. I didn't see it there. Let me see. What's I had to say?
Okay, I know the ethics of this aren't great, but I did just see Smash Mouth perform live at a local beer and wine festival. When I say this is the most chaotic show I've ever seen in my entire life, I have no words.
At no point was the sound balanced. Unintelligible speech.
He has a stage rant from 2020. Let's take a look at that.
Kill your whole family. I swear to God. If I could suck my own dick, I'd never leave the house. Quiet now. I'm a singer.
Wow. I was trying to see. I guess he's had some issues at several concerts. Oh, Smart Star Smash Mouth Freak Out Supercut.
stage, and guess what? You're paying for it, motherfucker, okay? Come on, somebody throw one more thing at me right now, and I'm gonna find you now. Okay.
I'm like, hey, chill out, man. Get back.
Somebody throw something at me.
Thank you. Play for you 6-7. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're hanging in there.
If you're man enough to throw something at me right now, I'm gonna walk out there and beat the fucking shit out of you. You little pussy bitches. You're a bunch of little pussy bitches. Come on, show me through it. You got it?
What the hell? Yeah, man, I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know his concerts were like that. He was welling out. That guy just passed away. All right, I guess that's it for now, man. I will definitely I'll stay in touch with you guys. We'll see what this week brings. Last week was pretty, I think, interesting. Oh, Mel. A man who's lived in iron lung for 70 years shared video of it breaking. Wait. Okay. All right, I think this one, we'll talk about this on another stream. Kayla sent me this. The guy that lives in like an iron lung, I think. We'll talk about this in another video. I'm gonna send it to myself as a reminder. So because I think it's a lot to read and we can talk about it. We'll do it when we have some more viewers as well. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, man. Gotta go. I hope you guys enjoy your day, Labor Day. Be at peace. Good health, spend some time with family if you can, or just enjoy the day off. I gotta go get the baby ready, and we'll see what this week brings. Hopefully some interesting stuff. Hopefully a little bit more consistent. I'm still doing keto, by the way. I'm hanging in. I'm doing good. I've lost a few pounds. So there's one guy. I think there's one guy in the iron lung thing. Don't even get me started, Cheeks. We'll talk about it next time. All right, man. Love you guys. Have a great day. Hit the like button. Take care. Peace. Bye.